Welcome to DWBIADDA channel. Please subscribe for latest training videos.
So today we'll talk about what is NAT gateway and how you can configure one in your AWS account. Okay, so what is NAT gateway? NAT gateway is, suppose your instance is in private network and you want to have internet connectivity to that instance. So NAT gateway is a way you can connect your instances in your private subnet to connect to the internet. Okay, earlier we used NAT instance for that, but now things have changed and we use NAT gateway. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see how it works. Go to AWS Management Console and type VPC. Okay, before that we need to have an elastic IP because NAT gateway requires one elastic IP to be assigned to it. So we'll allocate an elastic IP, allocate. So now we have one elastic IP. Okay, now let's go to our VPC. Now launch VPC wizard. So we have these options. Either we can create VPC with single public subnet, we can create VPC with public and private subnet, we can create VPC with public and private subnets and hardware VPN access and so on. Okay, so we'll choose this because we need one public and one private subnet. Okay, now go select. I'll give it one name. Now this is our private subnet CIDR and this is our this is our public subnet CIDR and this is our private subnet CIDR. Okay, both are 251 IP addresses. So I'll give it this a name, my public subnet and my private subnet. Okay, now internet gateway, specify the details for your NAT gateway. So it is saying that an elastic IP allocation ID is required, so let's click it and here we go. This is our elastic IP which we have just allocated. Okay, now go to create VPC. So it will take a few seconds or minute while making our NAT gateway available. Here it is, so let's wait for a while. So our VPC has been successfully created. Okay, now click OK and we can see here. Okay, CIDR block we can see and we can see the main route table. Okay, this is a route and this is a NAT gateway. We'll talk about it later. Now let's go ahead in our EC2 dashboard and create our EC2 in a private subnet. Now go to running instances and launch instance. I'll choose Linux to AMI. Okay, type I'll choose T2 micro. Now while configuring instance, I'll choose network in my VPC. Okay, the VPC which we have just created. Sorry, for subnet we'll create my private subnet. So I'll be creating this instance in a private subnet. Okay, public IP we don't need actually public IP. Okay, and this is all done. Now go to add storage. 8 GB is fine. Now I'm gonna give it a name tag. Configure security system. Launch wizard 1. I'll give it VPC instance SG. Go to create review and so our instance in private subnet is creating. Now let's create another instance which is in public subnet because we need to SSH into our private subnet. Okay, so you need a bastion host or a public or an instance running in public subnet in the same VPC to access your instance in private subnet. Okay, so now let's go ahead and launch one in our public subnet, same AMI, same. For configuring instance, I'll again go to my VPC and this time I'll choose my public subnet and auto assign public IP. Yes, I'll select it to enable. Storage 8 GB is fine with me. Now I'm gonna give again a tag name tag, security group, I'll choose a existing one, which is this, review and launch and launch. So my another instance is creating, which is in public subnet, and we can see public IP has been assigned to this. Okay, and if we go to our private subnet, which is this, private instance, which is this, we can see no public IP has been assigned. Okay, only private IP has been assigned. So we'll SSH into this instance, and via this instance we'll be accessing into this instance, because they both in our same VPC. We'll be able to SSH into both of them. So let's see how it can be done. Okay, so I am in my public subnet instance. Okay, and if I can see, yes, I can see the IP, public IP, and you can see the public IP of my public instance. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to SSH into my private instance, which is this. So I'll copy the private IP, and I can see that my key is here. I have already copied it into my instance. So I'll do ssh-i key name, okay, user c2 at the rate and private IP. So we are in our private instance. Okay, you can see the private IP 10.0.1.32, which is the same. Okay, here. So since it's in a private subnet, let's ping Google, and as you can see, I'm able to ping my Google, or what I can say, I'm able to interact with the internet even when my instance is in private subnet. Okay, or let's try curl. Okay, yes, it's working fine. Now let's go to our private subnet. Sorry, go to VPC. Okay, subnets. Now my private subnet, and we can see it's assigned a route table of this. Now we'll go to the route table of my private subnet routes. We can see this and edit route. So 000 means connecting to internet. Okay, and it is every destination that is pointing to the internet will go to NAT gateway. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove this. So now let's go ahead and try now curl google.com. See, nothing is happening. Okay, and if I go to ping again, nothing is happening. Now let's go ahead again and try to add the NAT gateway. I'm gonna add a rule 0.0 to my NAT gateway. It has taken and save routes. This is all I'm doing in my private subnet route table. Okay, keep in mind that. Now let's again ping, and it's working fine. Let's say curl, and I'm able to curl now. So this is how your NAT gateway works. NAT gateway is network address translation. So as the name suggests, it translates your private IP into a public IP, or we can say we are able to connect to our internet in a private subnet through NAT gateway. Okay, so I hope you get to understand what is NAT gateway and how you can create one. So thank you so much.